Play. 15 love.
Wang Yafan winning the toss and putting the three-time runner-up here into serve. Azarenka had last final coming back in 2020 when we had the crowdless stadiums. Beaten on that occasion by Naomi Osaka.
Love.
You've played on this court?
Yes,
it's different, isn't it?
It's
a bowl.
Different. It's definitely skids more than the other stadiums, I feel like. And I hit on it this year. Just thought some bounces were funky. Like that serve to me skid a bit.
14 love.
Be interesting to see how she pulls up. She was unwell in her first round match, three-setter against the Ukrainian qualifier, whose name I haven't quite got to grips with as yet, and then had a migraine out on the Armstrong in her second round match against Clara Borel. Did very well to finish the match in 2. And that's her, the perfect start. I guess she's okay.
First game.
But it's not easy. I mean, having a migraine, you don't just recover like in a couple of hours. I mean, she's had a day and a half or whatever, but because she played late, I think she was evening match on, oh God, the days are disappearing, on Wednesday.
I've never had a migraine, so I mean, I'm guessing it's not nice, but to me, she's always just such a good match starter. Whenever I've played her, I feel like you got to be on from the first point, like that first game she just played.
We'll get to your meetings with Vika at some point, as you brought it up.
I don't think I want to.
No, now you. I wasn't actually. I was going to just brush over them, but now you've brought it up, Isla. I think we'll get to them in the changeover.
Wang Yafan to serve.
Wang's had a bit of a funny time of it. She's currently ranked at 80 in the world, but she has been in the top 50. That was back in 2019, and then she was one of those players coming from China that really struggled with the COVID restrictions, got stuck, really just sort of hemmed in there. For 3 years, didn't really play that many events. Ranking went down to 400, to the 400s. That was top. But last year, she went from like 4 something or other to the top 100, and so she's back playing now. She's back playing well. That's good play.
She loves using that forehand from the middle, inside out or inside in.
30,
controlling the points from that side for her will be key, and it is her best shot.
As far as I can see, you haven't played her.
I haven't, just doubles.
14-30.
I always felt like Vika, before I hit with her for the first time, I thought she hit the ball so hard, but really she takes a lot of time away with her court positioning and taking the ball early, and the actual hit isn't as hard as you think it is, but she just rushes you a lot with everything else.
Get the sense she smothers opponents.
Yeah.
Right up on that tee, and you're just on the end of a piece of string.
Game 1. One game on, first set.
Vika, 35 years of age, made her debut here back in 2006. It's her 17th appearance.
Left, first serve.
Back on debut, made it all the way through to the third round as a teenager. Beat Anastasia Moskina in her opening match, the 11th seed that year. A year later, won the mixed with Max Mirny.
Left, first serve. 15 love.
Just love how Vika is never afraid to come in. Even that ball was close to the middle, but she still commit to it and went for it.
Love. Love.
Up and down sort of year for Azarenka, who's sort of maintaining that top 20 status at the moment. Had a great run in Miami, went through the semi-finals, lost to Rybakina in the end. Quarterfinals, quarterfinals in Rome, taken out by Collins, semi-final in Berlin. Didn't play at Wimbledon or the Olympics, but a quarterfinal in Washington, lost to fellow Belarusian Arina Sabalenka, and then round of 16 in Toronto, had to retire against Peyton Stone. Injury and illness, sort of a feature of more recent years for Azarenka, and I wonder if the trainer's got sort of one eye on this court back in the locker room.
I definitely think this stage
40,
of Azarenka's
30.
career, you manage your body a lot more throughout the year. Pick and choose which events you want to play.
Yeah, she's not looking to be #1 in the world anymore. It's all about can she get another Grand Slam title to add to her collection. It's a promising start for both women. They're on serve in this first set.
Azarenka leads 2-1 first set.
Okay, I think we're going to get to your matches against Vika. Madrid 2015, and more recently Wimbledon 5 years ago now. What's it like going up against her, I have to say, on clay at altitude and on the grass at Wimbledon? What's the feel of it?
Yeah, the one in Madrid, I felt like I was still a baby 9 years ago. And what Vika always does to me, she makes me not play within myself. I always think I need to do a lot more than what my game plan is to begin with. And to this day, I still am mad at the one in Wimbledon because I thought I should have responded better. She did play well both times, but just puts pressure on me the whole time, and I overplay. Tend to do that against her.
And is that what you see a lot of other opponents doing? Slightly panicky against her?
Not as much as I did in my 2 times meeting her, but yeah, I think she makes you play worse than you want to. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. That's a really interesting perspective. Let's see how Yafan goes here.
Love 15.
Wang Yafan is one of those Chinese players. It's getting a little forgotten, really, in the 7 in the world's top 100, and with all the success of Zheng Qinwen, who made the final down in Australia to great acclaim, and then the Olympic gold. Well, that's really sort of set things going again back in that part of the world. Zheng, an absolute superstar now.
Love 30.
Wang actually took some time away from the game because she was a bit burned out and came back with a new perspective. I find that a lot that happens in our game.
Point from both women.
$15-13.
Thought she could have done more on that swing volley, but I think it was actually really high. It's a good touch.
Wang Yafan is deceptive, isn't she? 5'6", moves well. What do you like about her game?
Wang? I like how she moves incredibly well, but there's not really a huge weakness that you can exploit. I feel like you really have to bully her around the court to get errors.
Putting myself in a world of trouble here against still one of the tour's best returners. So Azarenka just over 15 minutes on court, first break point for the Belarusian. And the former world number one on the march here early on and getting off to a great start.
Azarenka leads 3-1, first set.
Felt like that double fault also is credit to Vika stepping in from the first point on her second serve. Creates pressure whether you like it or not. It's in Wang's head for sure.
Low 15.
Not a player that you underestimate. She's very understated, sort of great contrast in terms of the personalities of the two out here. Azarenka, you know, plays with a personality. You feel her when you're out on court. By contrast, Wang, very quiet demeanor.
Low 30.
So Azarenka's turn to be at love 30. A lot of opportunities in this section of the draw. It was where Barbara Krejcikova, the 8th seed and Wimbledon champion, went out earlier in the week.
Solid points for Wang.
Low 14.
Not really giving Vika any shorter balls to take control of.
Just when you thought the former finalist was up and running here, having to face an immediate break back point.
Game 1.
Well. Couple of breaks already in this first set. Azarenka ahead 3-2, but has lost a little of momentum.
First set. 15 love.
Wang has had a pretty good run in here, actually. The fourth round in Washington, where she lost to Azarenka in an epic three-setter. Qualified and made the second round of Toronto, beat Sofia Kenin, lost Gauff. Qualified in Cincy, beat Irani and Erika Andreeva. There was a set-up on Elina Svitolina. And then for some reason she went to Cleveland. I don't think she needed any more matches. Lost to Sara Sorribes twice. So she's in good form and she's played a lot.
Quite a few times in the last few games.
Well, I guess they have recent history as well. There's plenty of data to look at, as well as live experience. Do you look at the data that much?
I don't like to. My coaches like to throw it in, but not me.
14 love.
We're going to get you to look at some data throughout this match. We've got a couple of screens in here, and you just pick out what you feel is important as it starts to, the numbers start to build up as we go through this first set. Perfectly played.
40-15.
Yep, got it again.
I like that both players are really looking to come in when they hit a good shot. Even though Azarenka passed her, I think that's still such a positive play from Wang.
Still game point. That's an excellent service hold, and we are level in this opening set after a couple of breaks.
3 games all.
I think with Azarenka it's so important to not let her get away. That's whenever I play her, I always think about you don't want it to get her ahead because she's such a good front runner. So Wang doing really well to get it to 3-all here.
Yes, unfortunately, you did let her get away, didn't you? But we're going to just move. Yeah. We're going to move past that now.
In love.
Vintage Azarenka.
30
Were you
love.
on the tour when she was absolutely in her pomp, when she was #1 in the world and making finals here?
Yes, that's when I just started, and we had a practice together when I was really young, and oh boy, does she intimidate me.
But these days lives in Florida, not too far from you.
So we practice quite a lot together.
Love.
From the current players, for me, Azarenka has always been someone I used as an example for quite a few things in my game, and one of them is her footwork. She's not the fastest player on tour, but if you just look at her footwork, she's constantly moving really quickly between points.
Game.
She likes to play
Azarenka.
fast and recovers well after being broken. Love
New
holds for
both
Azarenka ahead once more in this opening set.
Azarenka leads 4-3 first set.
So many great things have happened at this US Open for Vic. As I mentioned, you know, she was a teenager and won the mixed back in 2007 with Max Mirny. She was actually a finalist in the doubles a few years ago with Ash Barty. They lost to Mertens and Sabalenka. But what do you really think why do you think she's been able to sustain such a high level for a very long time? And she's also had a child mid-career as well. What is it about her that she's been able to do that?
I think she, in the last couple of years, she really tried to adjust to how the game was evolving. I see her being as a more aggressive player now than in her prime. And I think she was aware that maybe her movement isn't as good as it used to be, so she had to play quicker and closer to the lines. And I mean, you know, she's still a contender at these events and had to evolve and get better as well, which is kind of impressive because she already was at her best, you know, a while ago. So
A decade and a half ago, she was the world #1. Has an 8-year-old son, Leo. I believe he's the young boy in the white headband with the long hair. So Wang Yafan with the new balls.
New balls.
Well watched. As we've got the new balls
15
out,
love.
how do you feel they've been playing this year in terms of the fluffing up?
much better than last year, I'll tell you that. I did not like the heavy-duty balls, so I'm glad we're back to our regular ones, but not too bad, actually.
Is there a big difference between the last couple of games with the old balls and the new ones that come out the can, the way they're playing this year?
There is, yeah. I definitely always look forward to the new ones, but I think maybe with today's weather, it's not having such a huge impact. The sun's not out. Maybe today, not so much.
Love.
It's interesting, the USTA very responsive to the players about, because the men, just to explain, use the extra duty, which has a little more felt on, and the women now are back using the regular duty, which was always the way it used to be. They're very mixed, actually, the use of the regular duty, I found out. But that was really, they really went to the tour, the women's tour, and got some feedback.
Game 1.
It's an excellent love hold. Responds to one with her own.
4 games.
Feels like a very
set.
even match at the moment. Both players, even looking at the stats, not much difference at the moment.
Perfectly played.
15 love.
Just a very light breeze swirling around this grandstand court, which is about half full. It'll seat just over 8,000. There's a few sort of little errors creeping into her game. What do you feel that's happening?
I feel like she's expecting to maybe be winning this, and instead of being at 4-all, and I can just sense a bit of nerves in Vika at the moment. But she's always so intense that I can't sometimes tell the difference.
Perfectly played. Great defense from Wang Yafan. And what a way to turn it into an attack.
(15-30).
Felt like she thought that might have gone out, but it caught the line in the end. Bit of an awkward bounce as well. I'm telling you, that grandstand court skids.
Funky. Got to be ready for it. Azarenka at 15-30 now in this game.
Because backhand is a bit more flat than her forehand, I think the backhand cross court is one of her favorite shots, like that one. It's also changing direction line. You sometimes want to stay out of that corner with her.
It's always been a great shot, hasn't it? You wouldn't have seen her in the juniors, but she was a champion here. It was exactly the same shot. game.
I get the feeling like Vika sometimes
40.
surprised that certain balls land in certain places. Like she's not getting her footing right. Just doesn't seem comfortable at the moment out there.
The world number 80 here at one point trailed an early break in this opening set, down 3-1, making a very good recovery here. Oh, yes.
I think there was a bit of anger in there, but it worked well.
She is intense in her downtime, when you see her maybe go for a coffee in Boca or something.
No, downtime she's very relaxed, but she is as intense in practice.
Pulled it. She's back in trouble in this lengthy service game. For the line.
Advantage, Wang.
Called by electronic line calling live. There's no one to have an argument with in this game of this first set. The first one that's actually gone to deuce. Another break of the Azarenka serve, and Wang Yafan in front for the first time in this opening set.
Wang leads 5-4 first set.
So 40 minutes on the clock, or as near as. What has Wang done well in the last few games that maybe she didn't do at the start of the match?
I think she actually, maybe it's not easy to see from here, but I feel like she was a bit more determined with her shots. Nothing short for Vika to close in on, and different looks. Played a few slices, some variety. Made Vika think a bit more out there, and I will say she gave her a few errors as well. So just, you know, tennis for you.
Yeah, sometimes it just is. I have to say, Isla, I love your dedication to this commentary profession, because we're doing Wang Yafan, and you have the letters W-A-N-G on your T-shirt.
I prepared well.
I have to say, that is, I think we're going to all have to up our game in as well, because you've just taken things to another level. Wow. I think you might struggle if we I don't know, have
Time.
Someone else.
Buskova Maneras or something like that, but you know, but you've started strong.
Maybe just the initials next time.
Understandably frustrating. So you might get a code violation. How generous is umpire Alberti going to be? She's going to let that one ride. Fans on this grandstand court game very interested in this women's third round match now. regulation tennis from the Chinese number 7.
30 love.
Azarenka really wears her heart on the sleeve, but she'll always be ready for the next point. And as an opponent, that Wang knows that she has to keep delivering with her game in order to close this set out.
Well, she's played very well, hasn't she, from being broken and trailing 1-3 in this first set, broke immediately back to love, and she hasn't really looked back since then. And the 30-year-old now at set point.
Let for serve.
Azarenka, the 20th seed, former 3-time finalist, in real trouble here in this third round. Wang Yafan with the opening set, and she takes it by 6 games to 4 on the grandstand court.
Love.
Azarenka being stretched again.
15 all.
I like the problem solving with Vika. She threw in the drop shot just to do something different, but right now it really feels like a lot of things are going Wang's way.
Vital game right at the start of this second set for both women, you would feel. Azarenka's been broken in 2 of her last 3 service games.
40-30.
That's definitely the side Azarenka can pick on more and get a few more errors if she's aggressive to the backhand side of Wang.
Let for serve. Let for serve.
There's quite a lot of debate about whether in tennis we should start playing the let as you do in world team tennis.
I wouldn't mind it.
She's just missing, isn't she? Fractionally.
Use.
Bit of hesitation just makes that ball go a bit long. I know what it feels like.
So another difficult service game for the former three-time finalist in her 17th appearance here at Flushing Meadow. That time she makes it.
Advantage, Azarenka. Use.
That's former finalist here back in 1997, lost to Pat Rafter that year. A surprise addition to the Azarenka Cup, but a good one.
Does feel like she's battling herself out there a little bit now. I feel like she is doing the right thing, but just missing shots in the later part of the point doesn't help when it's so close to the first game of the second set.
Huge moment here in the context of this third round women's singles. And that has drifted as well. And Wang now with a break right at the start of this second set. And Isla, I just wonder about some of the misses. If there is a little hangover from the migraine that she suffered less than a day and a half ago.
Record abuse warning.
I mean, I think that's fair enough from Celia Alberti. She's let a few things go. She's not known as a draconian umpire, is she? But when you have a migraine, I mean, it's a very severe thing. You can't see properly because you get flashing lights in front of your eyes. You get a horrific headache. Some people get, terrible nausea and it's not a small thing. It's not a bad headache, a migraine. It shouldn't even be in the same category. And I'm not trying to give her a pass here, but these are uncharacteristic errors from her, aren't they?
No, for sure. And maybe the exhaustion as well, but hey, she's still going to fight, I'll tell you that.
Different pressures on my... Perhaps the only thing you haven't done to prepare for this match is have a migraine, so you can relate to Vika. That's more like it.
Love 15.
Now she's gotten to a point where she actually has to play a really great point to win against Wang, because she's giving her nothing right now. So she had to hit the line to win that point.
That's really good. Just looking at our numbers for the match, winners from 1, 8, unforced errors, 7.
That's
really
clean.
Completely backing up what you said, not giving anything away here, but still doing enough. Wang these days trains in Beijing, the capital, but it's actually from Nanjing, which actually used to be the old capital of one of the old Chinese dynasty, the Ming dynasty. It's an absolutely historic city. She just backed off the 4 splits. Yeah, a sensible young woman to do that. I want to take that kind of risk. There's something for Azarenka right here.
Game Azarenka.
And Azarenka makes the most of her opportunity, rides her luck. And you get the fact she's back in this third round contest.
Second set. 15 love.
I feel like Vika backed off a little bit now and let Wang do a bit more, force the issue. Worked in the last few points.
Love.
Well, coming into this match on 21 occasions, Azarenka had lost the first set here at the US Open. On 9 of those, though, she was able to find a way back, which is pretty good numbers. She's drawing on all those decades of experience right here. And Azarenka on the grandstand, coming back here. A couple of breaks early on in this second set.
Azarenka leads 2-1. Second set. First set 1.
You really can never count Azarenka out, even if she loses serve. She's also such a great returner that she can turn it on as the match goes, and she knows exactly the moments when it's important from all those years of experience, and she definitely draws on it, whereas I think Wang, that's where she's just not as experienced in these moments of a third round of a Grand Slam.
What makes Azarenka such a great returner when you're serving and you can see her down the end of the court?
She definitely stands very close to the baseline, but I think she anticipates well, and then it's not that she hits the ball hard, but she hits it deep enough where your first shot after your serve, you don't really have you can't really attack it, so she neutralizes the point extremely well. But I think once she splits, she's just always on the right side of things, and the second serve she attacks right away, which puts pressure on you in your mind. Even if you're making your second serve, you just know you have to keep coming up with the goods.
Love.
Was that one of those skips?
Miss Azarenka is requested that they play on the right serve.
I genuinely think she thought she let it go almost. I think she really thought it was out.
We're going to chalk that up as Wang's first set. It's not going to change.
Yeah. And I don't think also the umpire can overrule it.
No, they can't. The call's the call from the I can't say it. We're day 5.
I will say sometimes the machine does make mistakes, but then it's obvious. I don't think this one was one of those.
And she's not going to overrule on the far line. So electronic line
15 love.
calling live. She can't change the call, but I think Azarenka wants to make sure that they were tracking. The tracking was correct. There's 12 cameras, Hawkeye cameras around every court.
30 love. 30-15.
Must be frustrating when you're playing your best shot and thinking you're going to your opponent's weaker shot and missing those points.
That's what she can do. Her 13th winner of the afternoon. Start eyeing up another break here.
Deuce.
Too good.
Advantage, Azarenka.
So a chance to break one for the third time in the contest. Take a 3-1 lead just as she did in the opening set. Now. And even some of the Chinese fans can appreciate the anticipation required here.
Really thought she hit a great serve to get out of that one, but Vika really read that approach cross.
Just to let you know, you can download the US Open app and you can follow the players, you can track the scores and the stats. I did it earlier in the week. You can even watch match highlights and you can watch live 3D views of all singles matches. Oh yeah, here we go.
15-love.
Just feel there's been a major momentum swing in this match from 3-all in the first. Wang Yafan won 5 of the next games, hasn't won one since. 3 in a row for Azarenka from love 1 in this set. Yeah, big swing.
Love.
Can you see a tactical change up here from Azarenka?
I did feel like once she went a breakdown in the second, she just was a bit smarter with her shot choices. She didn't force the issue, but still when she had a chance, she really went for it. So I think when she lets her anger out, she's one of those players that it helps her.
30.
Some players have a meltdown and it makes them play worse. With Vika, I feel like she gets it out and almost gets back into it with even more intensity.
And then resets. As she did in her first match against the Ukrainian qualifier, there was quite a lot of fire going on there. But, she made her way through. Second time already in this championship that she's dropped the opening set. All going well, swimmingly for Victoria Azarenka. She opens up a 4-1 lead now in the second set.
First set 1.
So that intensity, you can really feel it from Vika when you're her opponent. She loves to, even that come on when she broke to go up 3-1. I'm sure it played in Wang's head, especially when she feels like maybe it should have been 2-all. But you can never count her out. She almost thrives when she's down. And she's been in this situation so many times and won a lot of 3-set matches after dropping the first set.
Yeah, there's a great quote from her, and you just alluded to that she has that champion quality. I mean, she is a Grand Slam champion. And I wrote it down, and she said for her, being a champion is the ability to go past I can't. And to stay in the moment and to never give up. And she had to do that in her first couple of rounds here. It can be brushed over, but she was very unwell, and she was in big trouble in that first round match. And I think we've seen it throughout her career with a lot of injuries, you know, going through having young Leo when there wasn't the paternity rule to get back on tour. So she's been through a lot in her 35 years.
Thank you. Behind the player, can you have a seat? Thank you.
So there is different
We are waiting.
zones of movement that is allowed around the grounds. But behind the players, it's very much controlled. At the sides, it's a little freer. Last game before we change the balls.
Love. 30-15.
I find this to be a really important game from Wang. 1-4 sounds scary, but really it's only just one break.
Azarenka very keen to make it 2. And Wang yet to hold in this second set.
30-all.
At her best, when she got hold of a match, she really never let it go.
She would run with it.
Yeah, she made a great start. Broke early in the first set, but was pegged back, never really recovered. All of a sudden, rather assured Wang Yafan game from earlier in the match seems to have disappeared momentarily. Can Azarenka take full advantage? Fractional.
Deuce. Advantage.
Some good
Azarenka.
defense by both players there.
Second chance to break here for Azarenka in this game.
Deuce.
Net cord doesn't do any favours.
Advantage 1.
Must have just tickled it because normally the net cord pings up and it's now a disadvantage. Come on, get out of this game. Already has had to face a couple of break points. Easy pickings. And back at juice for a third time in this game.
Deuce.
I feel like Azarenka down the line. One of the best down the line backhands in the women's game.
She was never going to miss that, was she? I mean, when she's got grandchildren, when she's in her 50s and 60s, she's still going to make that, isn't she, in the Sunday afternoon club doubles.
Advantage one.
This is a big game. Big game. Important for both. 1-5 or 2-4, big difference.
Not behaving as strangely as the court on grandstand, but Wang Yafan keeps herself involved in this second set. Huge times for Chinese tennis with Zhong Qinwen winning the Olympic gold just a few weeks ago. Young Wang Yafan would have grown up in the era of watching Li Na win down in Australia and in Paris. A lot of pressure on the next generation. But there's strength in numbers now, 7 in the top 100. And as we mentioned right at the start of the match, they all had a great deal of difficulty. Not so much Zheng because she was based in Spain, but a lot of those that were based in China. And it happened to many of the athletes that were getting ready for Tokyo 2020, the badminton players, the table tennis players. They just weren't able to travel. And I know she had the mental break. She probably needed that break because it had, her career had been disrupted at a time when she was top 50. And then she just couldn't play.
COVID restrictions were very tough on all the Chinese players, but happy those times are behind all of us.
Always plays with somewhat of a frown, doesn't she? Azarenka, so she's worried about something, and she's still got
thinking.
She's thinking hard. She's got the new balls in her hand now. Still work to do in this second set.
50 love.
And for Wang, just broke that run of 4 games against her. That was absolutely vital. That is a big uptick for Azarenka if you want to look at what she's done a little better in this second set as opposed to the first.
Love.
I always feel like that play deep down the middle is so good because you're almost neutralizing the point and saying, well, let's see what you're going to do. And Wang just overplayed there.
Straight back to work for Azarenka, who's still got her sights on a 3rd Grand Slam title, her last coming back over a decade ago, back down in Melbourne, where she beat Li Na in the final of the Australian Open, defending her title from the year before. Former finalist here at the US Open, still very much in control of this second set.
5 games to 2, second set. First set, Wang.
Attack on Shihais.
So Wang serving to stay in this set. Nice start.
15 love.
I think she heard me.
It's amazing how often that happens. I just wonder how important that service hold, that battling service hold was at trailing 4-1.
$15.
Such a different scenario for both players on 30 occasions. Azarenka has made the second week of the slam, which we call the fourth round for Wang, looking to do it for the very first time in her career.
$40-15. Game 1. Azarenka leads 5-3. Second set.
Don't think Azarenka ever really found her comfort zone out here. I feel like she's having good moments in the match, few games, but don't think she quite found what she's looking for yet.
She's still in decent shape, isn't it? Looking to level the match now.
Love 15.
Just wonder if it's going to be one of those difficult US Opens for Azarenka, because she had really struggled in her opening couple of rounds just with her health, and could just be one of those fortnights. It's going to be tough for player box as well, with Mike and Maxine and Greg sitting there, and her agent Mackenzie.
Credit to her, even when you're to come through round 2 when you're feeling that badly on court. I mean, that's the mental strength that she possesses. So I still think that she can do magic when the cards are against her.
Yeah, she even did a post-match interview in sunglasses. That's how ill she was feeling, and had to explain why. She could have just walked off the court. She's interesting, though, Azarenka. I heard her talk about her first win down in Australia, where she became the #1 player in the world back in 2012, beating Sharapova in that Melbourne final. And she said the whole tournament she did not feel as if she was playing well. She was sort of scratching about, and she just sort of got through it. She knows how to do this. That's an excellent point from Wang Yafan. Has never given up in the second set, and it rewarded here.
15-40.
I think she feels how important this game is. I think this is the most vocal she's been all match. A few come-ons.
Closing out the second set, not a simple task for the 20th seed. Saved.
30-40.
Locking down on that baseline.
Juice.
How many times have we seen her play those kind of points?
High pressure point gives nothing away.
More work to do.
Advantage, Wang.
She also made 8 winners on that side as well. But that's a surprisingly high number.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
That's on that wing. A chance to break in this game. Is that the route to the third set?
That's gutsy.
Juice.
She just loves hitting swing volleys. I thought it got a bit low for a second, but she made it work.
It was on the tricky side, wasn't it? Another long game in this second set. chance again. Oh, can you believe it?
Advantage, Wang.
Wow. I mean, that's the sort of shot she'd play. You know, she could just fall out of bed and hit a swing volley and make it.
And that one seemed a bit less tricky than the other one.
And it was just the moment. Another chance in this game for Yafan.
Deuce.
I thought that would go a bit long.
You've never played Wang Yafan. I have a feeling you are well prepared should that happen.
Yes,
in your
it's good for me.
In your upcoming tournaments.
Thank you.
You can explain the data to your coach. Still not fluent, Azarenka out here.
Advantage, Azarenka.
It looks like it's been rather a long and winding road for Azarenka since she led 4-1 in the set with points for 5-1, but she's got there in the end. 1 point away now from levelling the contest. The second set by 6 games to 3.
One set all. Law 15.
I think it's really important for Wang to hold here first game, set the tone for the third set.
Wang Yafan no slouch on the drive volley either. So just as they did in Washington just a few weeks ago, right at the start of this North American hardcourt swing, they're going to go the distance. Very different match. Time Wang having to come down from the set behind.
That was an amazing point by both. I think we've also underestimated how
13,
physical
15.
this match has been. 2 sets, an hour and 51. Wow.
Matches are getting longer on the tour, on both the men's and the women's side. This is a really aggressive start to the third from Wang.
14-15.
It was only going the distance at the US Open for the 4th time. Just on one occasion has she won a deciding set here in New York. Azarenka 13-8. This is third of the match. They've been both rather sparing that department. Azarenka a clean sheet so far. I'm safe to say that while Azarenka's not serving, because you'll find out in the commentary box that as soon as you mention someone hasn't done a double fault for the whole match, what do? That is excellent play. Fabulous start for Wang right at the beginning of this third set.
First game, final set.
He's currently ranked at 80 in the world, 61 in terms of points won this year. Is this a performance by someone 80 in the world?
Absolutely not. Not at all. And I've noticed with Wang this year, she's played some matches where I definitely don't think it mirrored her ranking. I would say this as well in said top 40 tennis.
No, I don't want to call the winner. So.
Rather pleasant day here at Flushing. No need for the ice towels, which we're getting full use just a few days ago. It's incredible the temperature and the change of conditions. I mean, you don't really get a chance to prepare for it at all. Well, you see?
Lovely.
We did it.
We jinxed it. We shouldn't have started talking about it. What do you think we'll see from Azarenka the next few games here?
I was just thinking that, you know, I think she maybe feels a bit like she should win this match, and she's just been a little tentative in this.
Law 13.
Just wonder, they just feel so much more on it for Azarenka, 35 years old. How many more US Opens has she got in the tank? making a move here.
Seems like she really freed up in the last 2 games. Could be trouble for Azarenka. I think mentally, Wang, looking for a career best Grand Slam result, has a bit of pep in her step and in a way nothing to lose, where Azarenka does feel like she should win this match.
(15-40).
Big moments in the match. It's just about to head into its 3rd hour as the sun just finds its way between the clouds. First shadows in the cool of the afternoon. She's made it. My goodness.
(30-40).
Still break point. She feels it was long.
Game 1.
That call isn't going to change, and Azarenka broken right at the start of the 3rd set, as she was in the 2nd. Once again, she's going to have to find her way back.
Final set.
It's been a match of some really big momentum changes. Very different pressure dynamic for Wang, trying to make the 4th round of a slam for the first time in her career at the age of 30. How does she find her way back here?
You know, it's as simple as just having to cut down on the errors, because that if Wang's going to win it, make her win it, make her play quality. Just nothing for free.
Done. Can Wang hold her nerve here?
30 love.
I just feel that Azarenka's really rattled, just with also her behavior after points she loses, just quite negative. I don't think she's got time for that at this stage. the shot she wanted. Just credit to Wang for
40-15.
credit to Wang for defending well, making Vika hit an extra shot.
Eases to 3-love in this final
Three
set.
games to love. Final set.
We've talked a lot about Victoria Azarenka because you practice with her, you know her really well, and Wang Yafan is a little unfamiliar to you. But if you were to go and play her in a couple of weeks' time, how would you approach this player?
I think I would really try to attack her second serve. I think that's not a weakness, but something I feel like is my strength, attacking second serves, and I think that would put it in her mind that she has to force her serves more, hopefully get more errors there. But I would really try to attack that backhand side and be aggressive with that matchup, because I like my backhand, and I think that would work for me. And you got to mix it in with the forehand as well, but I would focus more on that side. The thing with Yafan, I think, is you have to get her to feel like she has to do more than she needs. Right now, she feels really settled into this match. She's clear on her targets and having a good shape on her balls, but you just need to get her to a place where she's kind of unsure of what her game plan is. And in order to do that, just play a bit more within yourself and aggressive towards that backhand side.
You can see that spot in the fourth round, the second week of Slam for the first time as we head into the Labor Day weekend.
First serve into the forehand, into the backhand, second shot. Come on.
That's the voice of Greg Rosetsky. Let's see if she rides to orders here. Another of those near misses. And what we were talking about at the change of ends, about if you were playing Yafan, you've got quite a similar game to Azarenka. You would be going a lot more at the backhand. Has she done that enough for you out here this afternoon?
I think she could have done it more. And the times she has, I will say in the second set, or actually early in the third, Yafan has responded well, hasn't given her an error, but just got to stick with it, because that is on paper the right way to play.
Oh, she's in big trouble here now at love 30 in this game. Oh, too good.
Love 40.
I was thinking Yafan would maybe start thinking about it a little bit, get the nerves going, but she's been really, really impressive.
Huge amount of Chinese fans around this grandstand court, which is just this bowl in the southeastern corner of the grounds. What an opportunity now for her. That's another break. Azarenka just hanging on here in this final set.
4 games to love. Final set.
I read a quote from Wang, and she said that she stopped putting so much emphasis on winning and losing because win or lose, her life stays the same. Not much changes, so just a more relaxed approach, definitely working for her here.
Don't forget you can stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and WhatsApp. Goodness me. And join the conversation with the hashtag US Open. Again, perfect play.
15 love.
As we mentioned, she's had a good run in here through even pushing Azarenka in Washington. She lost in 3 sets, and it was almost, what, 2 hours, nearly 3 hours there. Just a few weeks ago, great running in Toronto in Canada.
13 love.
Qualifying in City, beat Sara Rani, who's back in form, on the Olympic gold and bronze in Paris. And then took a set off Svitolina, in fact led by a set against Svitolina. The numbers looking very good in the decider here.
Love.
Well, if her heart is racing, she's not showing too much, is she? This is such a big moment in her career.
It's a better point by Vika. Also, aside from going to Yafan's backhand, I think it's also important just to do what Azarenka does well, which is her strength backhand line, just like she did there.
These top players, they never give it away, do they? Excuse me, back to Juice.
Advantage, Azarenka.
Can she find something here? Can she get the numbers going her way? Slam champion, and she gives herself a lifeline in this final set.
Wang leads 4-1, final set.
I'm excited to see how Wang responds.
It's really fun up here, isn't it?
It's fun from this side.
It is really fun. How do the champion, you've been so close to them, you've beaten many, how do the champions do it though when she's not been at her best today? It's been patchy, and just at the moment you think, she's done it, this is over. She comes up with a spectacular recovery.
That's really when they're the most dangerous, especially when everything's against them. They're down in the score. They come up with something. I think you almost can't explain what they've got. It's just a quality I think you're a bit born with. Just you find a way. You bring your best when it matters the most. And she might still lose this match, but you know that she will, like, if Wang wins this, she will deservedly have to beat Azarenka, not by Azarenka giving anything away.
Yeah, I've always wondered, watching them for so many years, if they're just able to just up their intensity and narrow their focus in the big moments without being conscious of it. It just happens. We shall see. This is a goodie. What a great final set. How quickly things can change. Just the one break. Breaks the spell momentarily.
13-15.
Really composed.
30 all.
Such a good mentality, Wang, all match. Just short-term memory.
seen her miss quite so many drive volleys. And that might just be
40.
one too many.
I feel like she was a bit tentative even going in. I feel like she could have gone a bit faster and been closer to the net, but still credit to her for wanting to go forward.
More trouble here for former three-time finalist.
Wait, please.
Now one game away from a place in the fourth round.
Wang leads 5 games to 1. Final set.
Well, we wondered how she would handle this situation.
That was impressive from love 30. Sorry, 30 love to break.
Now we've seen Azarenka do some incredible things over the years, over the almost 2 decades she's been out there on the tour. Mid-afternoon local time here at Flushing Meadow. It's much well in excess of 2 hours. What an opportunity for China's Wang Yafan. Perfectly played.
Love.
Really smart tennis from Wang. Just seeing the game so clearly. Attacking, drop shot.
Where's she been hiding all these years? I have to say, I had no idea she had these kind of skills.
30 love.
It's not just been the game though, it's been the composure. Trying to break new ground here, fourth round. The very first time in her career.
Love.
After exactly 2 hours and 20 minutes, the unseeded Wang is at match point.
$40-15.
Azarenka is not going to give it to her. That is the unwritten law of the champions out there on tour. Second match point.
$40-13.
I wonder if she thought about it a few times. She's already in the fourth round.
6-4, 3-6.
She breaks new
6-1.
ground. Now she can celebrate another big upset in the women's draw. And Yafan into the fourth round of a Grand Slam for the first time at the age of 30. It has been a very, very long wait